Thanks for sticking with me. So, a big issue that is important to understand as you're considering the possibility that, one, you're finally going to knock this I want to play piano dream off your list, and two, that I'm going to be the one that helps you do it with my private lesson program online is what exactly is it that you want to learn to play? And for what reason? I think you need to ask yourself that because depending on your answer, this program may or may not be for you. It's certainly not for everybody. Just like, frankly, traditional weekly lessons at a private teacher's home aren't for everyone either. You need to find lessons that will teach you the way you want to sound and the songs that you want to play. Now, first off, I can confidently save both you and I a lot of time by saying that if your career goal includes becoming a concert pianist, I am not your guy and this is not the program for you. All kidding aside, I truly do have the utmost respect for serious classical piano players. It's an incredible talent to acquire, and artists that really get to a high level of playing ability do deserve a ton of respect and admiration. There's a reason there's not many great classical piano players out there, and it's because it's hard to learn to do, and it takes years and years of dedication and practice to get to a point where you can play a decent repertoire of classical music that everyone knows and loves. However, what I just described has absolutely nothing to do with the styles and techniques that I teach. I live and teach in this other huge world of piano playing that deals with playing all other kind of more contemporary styles of music. Again, like pop or rock or jazz and blues, boogie woogie, country, gospel, contemporary worship, whatever. Basically, it's everything else but traditional classical piano is what I teach with a laser focus. Now, here's the big deal. The rules and techniques that you need to master to become a good classical player are very, very different than what you need to learn to correctly play the styles that I teach. So, what's the main difference between the two? Well, the biggest difference that's really going to have an immediate impact on your ability to have fun playing in all the styles I teach is the fact that becoming a good classical piano player absolutely requires you to become a good note reader. You just can't have one without the other. However, in my world, becoming a good notation reader is not a prerequisite to becoming a good piano player. Now, is it a good skill to develop and have? Well, sure. And in fact, we work on a little bit of it throughout the courses. But music reading ability will not, and I repeat, will not be the deciding or limiting factor to your success finally learning to have some fun playing piano. Now, I want to emphasize here that because of what I just said, please don't assume that I'm taking shortcuts or I'm, cheating in some way. Not at all. In fact, I'm going to teach you the way pros play in the real world, whether they're out working single piano gigs or recording in a studio or playing in bands. In other words, I'm going to teach you how to sound like the piano players you hear in the real world. I'm also going to teach you the different type of music notation that we pros use to accomplish that sound. And believe me, it is phenomenally simpler and faster than going down the traditional private lesson path of becoming a serious classical pianist. So, are you still interested? Stay with me, and I'll describe to you a little bit about how my online lesson environment works and how we built it from scratch to do one thing, and one thing only: finally get you playing and having fun at a piano.